Shalom, shalom. It's your brothers, the sons of Yasha'Allah, came out here in Colorado Springs, pushing this word, right, in all faith and sincerity. All right. First and foremost, we want to give all praises unto our Father, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Quadash. We want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who grew well, and a peace and salutations into the hopeful elect scattered abroad. All right. This topic was inspired by the apostles, specifically Elder Apostle Tahar. In his last camp, he said, you know, things is really bad, but they gonna get worse. You know,
beginning of sorrow.
You know, exactly. You feel? Matter of fact, there we go.
You want me to grab that for you? Or you got it?
I mean, you can pull it up if you want to. Right? What, Matthew 24?
Yeah, that's Matthew 24.
Come on.
Just let me know where you want me to stop.
Start at verse 3.
All right, Con, this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, what shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
Right. So the disciples, right, the disciplinaries, the pupils, the students of Yahweh Shai, right, came up to Yahweh Shai to ask them for a sign, man. And the Most High gave them signs. And we about to read into them now. All right. So this is why we have to be aware of what's going on in the world, because Yahweh Shah said, watch and pray. All right. Because he's coming as a thief in the night, man. All right. If you knew somebody was going to run up in your crib, you know, a song came in my head. What's the Biggie shit? Kicking the door, waving the 4-4, you know. So if you knew somebody was about to kick in your door, wave that 4-4 in your face, you're gonna be up all night, strapped up, ready, right? So spiritually speaking, right, we are waiting for Yahweh Shah to come back, so we don't get caught, you know, with our pants down, you know. So,
hey, Salat, but that makes me think of like the watchman standing upon his watch, because what do you have in the military? You got fire watch. So if we was all in the same house, right, I'd be like, hey, I'll go to sleep for a couple hours, I got you, I'll stay up, you know, so on and so forth. And that's what we're doing with this truth,
and
bro.
they probably took that from our forefathers, because that's what they did. You see what I'm saying? You know how it says, you know, upon the third hour, upon this hour, you had shifts for the watchmen, you feel me? And, you know, everybody did their thing, because 24/7 you're supposed to be watching.
Right.
You know?
And we had gate guards too.
That whole concept of doing wet camps and things, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, you like, man, we can't start no fire. We're gonna get caught and it's raining. And
they're gonna see us from miles away. Right.
So that Jake came up with all of that.
Well, Jake is the form of all things.
The form of things. That's right. So when it goes on to say the end of the world, right? I looked that up in the Greek. It means a termination of the age. All right. So because you know your dumb Christians or whoever, they think like the whole planet gonna just blow up like Death Star or some shit like that.
Right.
When the Most High said that the earth is immovable, you feel me? It's gonna still be here. You know, he created it to be inhabited. You see what I'm saying? So he's not going to destroy something that was Eden, which means paradise, man. You know?
Right.
So the termination of an age, the age of what? If you could get Second Esdras 6:9, I mean, everybody knows it verbatim in the truth, you know what I mean? But just to get it out the script, because the end of the world, I mean, the script going to say it. The script going to say it, so.
Right.
It's like, this is 2 Ezra 6:9. And it reads, for Esau is the end of the world.
So, whoa, see? So the disciples asked Yahweh Shai, right? What shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Read that again, huh?
And is that world, that's cosmos, right, in the Greek?
Khan, it's not in the
oikoumenia. It's not the oikoumenia.
Exactly, it's cosmos, Khan.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 9, and it reads, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
You see? So right there, it shows you that even back then, Yahweh Shah knew, all right, that the Edomites ruled during the Roman and the last leg of this Roman Empire.
Right.
All right, which is the beast, which is NATO. Because you got, I'm sure all you brothers now, right, seeing niggas that didn't want to hear this truth, niggas is in the world, and then all of a sudden they are foreign experts of war or some shit, posting shit about, well, this is how what's going on between Ukraine and Russia, when you don't even have the biblical or spiritual understanding of what's going on between Russia and Ukraine. But you posting all of this shit like, you know, for simple Jake out there, like, you know, I'm just using my words, but they trying to, you know, in layman's term, this is what's going on, and this is why this came to be.
Soothsaying,
Right.
so to speak. All you niggas that was so-called woke community, all y'all niggas are war experts now.
Yeah,
Right.
you know, posting shit like as if you knew this was coming on.
Or they're secretly coming to you now, because my buddy from Guam that's in the world, you know what I'm saying? He hit me up on text when I was at work.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, what you think about this Russia-Ukraine situation? But when I be posting shit about the truth, hey, they don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe he's Jake through the spirit, because his family, they do all Jake shit.
Right. It's got a lot of, you know, I'm sure across the fellowship, man, my brother's got a lot of text to speak, man. You know, a lot of, hey brother, how'd you know? You know, a lot of what you think about this and that.
I had
Yeah,
women.
see, last year they
I
thought
had
he was
women
crazy.
ask me,
Yeah.
you know, so you know, you like, what are you talking about? I mean, you know what I'm talking about. Like, I'm just supposed to. I mean, I knew when she wanted me to give her,
but no,
because she know she Israel, but she know I'm really practicing, you know, this faith, the rehearsing of righteous acts,
The 100% way.
Yeah, exactly. So she's asking me to see, should I be scared? Is this the end? Is this when the basically? So I broke it down in a synopsis, like, yo, the MOTB got to come first. You see what I'm saying? So until then, you really, as a woman, you just need to be
humble,
humble and finding yourself a man.
And ask for forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot, even with us, because women be like, oh, you niggas not perfect and blah blah blah. But hey man, but you can't fight for your salvation. So you know, you should ask for forgiveness, and like your brother said, try to find you a righteous, upright man and cling to him.
Right, because the man gonna be the hiding place from the wind, man, covert from the tempest. Perfectly paraphrasing. But continue on.
And find you a man that's seeking Yahweh Shai, not these other deities from these other Israelite camps. That's Yahweh Shai is really what's going to save those men if we be of that number.
That's right. Because they get them a worldly man. Remember it said, thy men shall die in the war by the sword.
Yeah,
in Isaiah chapter 3. And she shall sit upon the ground being desolate, man. Right. So you're going to still be crying as hell. Damn, I had a man.
But he was calling on Christ.
Right.
Or a higher, or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
And you know, not to change the subject, but a lot of Israelite women run to the brothers in those camps because they get to be involved. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They hold Passover parties. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, westernized Israelites.
Right. They make music videos with their wives and brothers, and you know, it's adultery and things of that nature taking place among some of them camps.
Right.
So,
because if you think about it, what woman celebrated the Passover and took the bread and the blood of Yahweh Shai at this Last Supper? No woman was there. It was all men.
Yeah. It's a solemn assembly.
And then it says, like, if you don't take this cup worthily, you see what I'm saying? You think a woman is going to be worthy as a harlot? Thy wife should be a harlot in the streets, and you're going to be do you even understand what you're doing? Right. You see what I'm saying? So I'm sure they eating, you know, doing all that shit with some other camps.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? Partakers. But anyway, you know.
But see, and we do even have holy days where they, you know, like big feast for the whole world. You know what I mean? That they could be involved in. You see what I'm saying?
You know,
but that's Eve trying to usurp over Jake, man.
Like Purim or some shit. You feel me? Giving little gifts here and there.
Right.
You know, cook for the brothers or something. You know. But we talking. This is solemn. Like people don't understand. Everything is about Yahweh Shai. All roads lead. This whole volume of the book is about Yahweh Shai.
Right.
So when we about to keep this Passover, we come into it with a humility, because he could drop us dead at any second, bro. That, you feel me? That destroyer angel. You see what I'm saying? That blood got to be upon our doorposts, right? His life literally has to be spiritually upon us 24/7, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
ahead, verse 4.
Fine. Matthew 24, verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you.
Right, you see? Don't see when we pray, the Isaiah Naya, right? La Shamar, right? Shamar means to guard or to heed. So La, to take heed. You see what I'm saying? So, and we say according to that word, Kadamarka, right? Because if you are workmen that rightly divided the word of truth, that needed not to be ashamed, you're not going to be deceived by other women or strange philosophies and ideologies, man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? This is how you said with these other camps, going on Christ, Ahaya, all these false names, when the name of the Father is Yahweh and the name of his Son is Yahushua.
Right.
Yeah,
Verse 5, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ.
See, there you go right there. Go ahead.
And shall deceive many.
Right. So these people going around thinking that they have a relationship with the Father and don't even know his. Matter of fact, in Proverbs 30, verse 4, 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Right? Because the letter J was created in 1524 by a man named John Trissino, man. It is a Renaissance letter, the last letter in the English alphabet that was created. So if that was the case, what was Joseph and Mary calling their son? It wasn't no Jesus, man.
Right.
Chapter 30, verse Con.
Yeah, that's it. Con. It says, this is Proverbs 30 and 4. Who hath ascended up into heaven, or descended, who hath gathered the wind in his fist, who hath bound the waters. Who hath bound the waters in garment, who hath established the ends of the earth. What is his name and what is his son's name?
Right.
If thou canst tell.
Right. So you're supposed to be able to tell. It's a question. 2003 actually is when Solomon, some 3,000 years ago, asking you in the spirit what's the Father and the Son's name, man, which is in the Hebrew and not this Yiddish, because there was no vowel points.
So you know how I say that the name is not important. And verse 5 actually adds on to it. Every word of Yahweh is pure. He is the shield unto them that put their trust in him.
Right.
I mean, so if you don't know that name, in all reality, then you're not covered.
That's why it says that the righteous, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it. Paraphrasing.
So if it wasn't important, then why would it be a strong tower?
Exactly. Right. It was just shield. It will protect you in that day. Acts was at 4:27. Peter was like, what? That there's no name under heaven other than this name, basically, that shall save us, upon the earth. But yeah, sister, what was you asking, sis?
Yeah, so I go to the World Mission Society Church of God. Have you heard that church?
No.
It's down that way. It's called the World Mission Society Church of God. And do you guys believe in keeping the Passover or anything like that?
Of course. Did who people ignorantly call Christ? Did he keep the Passover?
What again?
Jesus,
who people call
Jesus, did the Messiah, our Lord and Savior, did he keep the Passover?
Of course he did.
Okay, so if you're calling yourself a Christian, I don't know what you call yourself, but they say that we're followers of Christ and we do what Christ do, right? So that should answer your question right there, correct?
Okay, another thing, this is what a lot of people don't know about, and it's really for a reason, but I kind of wanted to see where you guys' heads were about it. Because I know a lot of religions, they don't believe that females should be anywhere near men. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? So my question is, I know the answer to the question, but do you believe in the existence of the female God?
No.
Of the female God?
Yeah.
That's not biblical.
No.
It is. It actually is.
What? Where?
I can show you.
Get 1 Corinthians, bro.
I don't got much time because I gotta go.
That's okay. I just know that what you're saying is not biblical.
Because
God,
and you're going to a
God,
church.
the Mother Jerusalem is in the Bible. She is in the Bible.
But you're saying, when you're saying the Mother Jerusalem, it's referring to the homeland as like the mother.
Right. So you have the two things. You have the spiritual aspect of things and then the physical aspect of things. So to have discernment to tell the difference.
You have the scripture. See, and I'm not here to argue with you, but everything that we believe in is straight biblical. And yeah, we deal with the spirit and physical aspects of the scripture, but I know that that's not what it's saying. I know that.
Because when it refers to, there's a thing called personification.
Right.
So in the scriptures, and matter of fact,
I got
Amos
it too.
3:7 too, because he reveals certain things to his prophets as the secrets. And everywhere in the scripture, the Most High was dealing with men. That's another scripture, because so
Yeah.
many scriptures come in.
Well,
Read it out.
Like, I understand
Hey, this
you
is,
guys have your mission. I also have my mission, and my mission is not only to preach the importance of people in Passover.
Read that.
This is 1 Corinthians 14 and 32, or 33, Salakia 4. Yahweh is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints.
Right.
34, let your women keep silence in the churches,
Okay.
for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law.
So how could you be
Yeah,
preaching?
there's a difference between the
How could
females.
how could you be preaching if the scripture just said that it's for you to be silent?
Also, God said, I will gather my children, both prophets and prophetesses, to like preach.
What is
the
a
word of God.
prophetess?
A prophetess, yes. It's like a male, it's a female missionary, actually.
It's a woman who is the wife of a prophet.
Right.
I mean, that's the scriptural definition, if we're being fair. You know, I'm not trying to put you down. I'm just
No, I understand.
trying to teach you, because, and you can take this how you will. You know what I mean? Our women are down bad, and we know that.
Yeah.
I know, like the women are not supposed to preach without a husband, but I do not have a husband. So any Bible verse is saying that I can't preach until.
Well, what you're doing is in Proverbs chapter 3, saying leaning upon your own understanding, because you're giving us what you think, and not one scripture has came out of your mouth.
Oh, Galatians chapter 26, verse.
Chapter 26. There isn't 26 chapters in Galatians.
Well, actually, Galatians chapter 4. Sorry.
Well, see, but the point, as we're saying, is because we're not trying to, like he said, debate a battle. We know what's going on in here. But
Oh,
you,
yeah.
as a woman, there's a role that the Most High created for you, and don't get mad at us. Go to the Creator. And really, so then, what's the order of humans under how do I say, our Lord and Savior? In Corinthians, it says,
Well, obviously be obedient.
well, the head of Christ is God, the Father, right?
Right.
The head of man is Christ, Yahweh Shai. And the head of woman is who?
The man.
The man.
Right. You know what I mean? So,
Okay.
Eve just want to be in Jake's Steve, man.
Yeah, and it, someone has to tell them, you know, and she's gonna take that. I'm sure she's offended. You know what I'm saying? That's not like an easy pill to swallow when you got brothers basically telling you to shut your mouth and your thoughts don't matter.
exactly.
Women don't know how to really
But
deal
this
with
is
that.
how you know the Most High not dealing with church.
But that's because they've been westernized.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it in Acts. I don't know if you got it.
Oh, so I was jumping around a little bit, but I was
Because there was too many precepts.
yeah.
If she would have stayed, we really would have cut her. But when she said, just like the other time when people try to come up to the altar of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you see, and try to basically challenge the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai as if, well, I know the answer, but I'm just seeing you testing. It doesn't say thou shalt not tempt the Most High, man.
Right.
Right.
You're not tempting us. You're trying to say that the 100% truth is not 100%.
Right.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
There's some-
You keep trying to usurp this woman, this authority, or well, with the woman like this divine,
The female,
half
where is that in the
feminine and
scriptures?
masculine.
Yeah.
Oh, the mother
And I asked
Jerusalem.
Where is that in the
If
scripture?
it was in the scriptures, I know brothers in this truth would believe in it, because we believe on the whole word, man.
Right,
But
she
it's not
was trying to-
scriptural.
She was trying to incorporate the idea that how men was often saying Jerusalem is mother to us all.
But what's
But
the
she was trying to incorporate that as it being some sort of
yeah? But what's the
some sort
point?
of woman god.
Okay, let's
Because
just
we're birthed out of Jerusalem.
what is let's just say we agree. Now what? You see what I'm saying? Because the next thing I was gonna do is like, okay, if you supposedly, why are you wearing sweats? Why you don't have a dress on?
Or
You feel me?
She covered her head.
Yeah, she did.
I'll give her
I
that.
seen that. You
Yeah,
feel
I
me?
peeped that.
Yeah,
But
she
she
put it.
but she was wearing her hood the whole time. So who knows if that was
Right.
her intention or she just did it.
That's why I was gonna say, bro. That's how you know the spirit not in these churches, because whether she learned that from the church or some bugged out YouTube preacher, and then she's just doing that for fellowship because she bored or some shit
Yeah.
like that. Either way, you feel me? The the truth, the spirit is not in these churches, man. And I was going to bring up, this is Acts 7, right?
Yeah.
And it reads, let's see if I can get it real quick. Salat. Yeah, verse 47. So this is the book of Acts, chapter 7, verse 47. But Solomon built him a house. Howbeit, the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands,
Right.
as saith the prophet. Heaven is my throne, the earth is my footstool. What house will ye build me, saith the Lord? Or what is the place of my rest? So,
And that was in Acts.
yeah, that was in Acts.
And it says it again in Isaiah 66, 1 and 2, where it references, so it's both what? The Old and New Testament, making a reference to the earth being the footstool. So,
Right.
not before, you know what I'm saying, or after, are we supposed to build some church unto the Most High, man? His power.
And that's basically telling you not to be up in the church.
Right. So there's
The spirit ain't there.
Oh yeah. There's
Not to mention the brothers is the lively stones that make up the church
and
now.
And what is in all of these churches? Idolatry, man.
Right.
In every single one of them, they got pictures of quote unquote Christ hung up on the walls, and it's Cesare Borgia all over the place.
Right.
And you know, they give him a black hue in the Baptist church.
They might
to
tan him
try
up a little
and-
bit.
You know,
Yeah.
they give him
Even-
the slanty
that's
eye
true.
in the Korean church.
Yeah, even
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
man.
even in the Seventh-day Adventist church, he'll be a so-called black man smiling, but he got this long Arabian Ishmael-looking type hair,
Right.
a little wavy and shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
With a little robe covering half of it or something like that. With the little, come on, like listen. See, that's why I'm trying to understand the point, because you come up here just to try to, like, what you want us to somehow put the woman on a pedestal,
That's what she
worship the Queen of Heaven or something,
That's
like.
what she was looking
Because
for.
evil only. That's what it really
That's
is.
what she
Evil
was
only.
looking for.
And she's trying to feel the spirit out.
Hey man, look.
You see?
You know what? I didn't want to start tearing into Keisha.
I saw your face. I saw Og's face.
Hell
I'm
yeah, I
like,
saw
don't let
both
the elder
y'all
get him.
face.
Don't let
Because
the
I'm
elder
like,
get him.
oh man.
I was about to let her know,
and-
like,
and I-
Keisha's
yeah.
down bad.
Hell yeah, she down.
You losing. You're not running shit out here.
Because that kind of, I'm gonna get the vibes back right. You feel me?
Yeah,
With a
yeah,
little bit of
yeah.
incense.
That's
Keisha
right.
came over here and made it stink. No, I'm just- but no,
Like we
man.
was talking about earlier, that's funny as fuck.
But you know, yeah, she came up here trying to look for some sort of.
And that's the spirit, because we left off on Matthew 24 and 5, where many shall come in my name.
Yes, well, you know, she came in today with some nonsense.
Some nonsense ass shit.
Moving on.
But keep it going. I'm
Khan,
Gotcha.
Salak, 1 sec. Let me get back to this sip I was holding a minute ago. Go ahead and circle back. Bring that Matthew up. Were you holding that?
Yeah, we're
Go
just
ahead.
getting the beginning of sorrows.
Go ahead.
So let me finish off. I'll restart at 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
Khan. And then, like we were speaking
Because
on,
we were speaking on the name when she pulled up.
Right before she came up, man. You got these camps that are teaching the woman God nonsense. Hey, you got it, brother. You need some help, man. We can shield you up a little bit.
Hey, I can say an undo. I'm not sure what it's talking about.
Did we knock something loose?
This says undo, so I ain't even seen it.
Cancel. Yeah, well, we
Hey, we still going. We still
Yeah.
going on the
All
ticker.
right,
We
come
good.
on.
We
Here,
good.
brother. We'll give you a
It's like I
little-
just never seen that before. You want me to pull 6 for you? Ike?
Yeah, pull that, brother. Salak.
This is Matthew 24 and 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So you see, he said, don't be troubled when you see what's going on right now.
Like the brother was kind of saying, like, yeah, man, it's bad. With the gas prices about to skyrocket, price of food going up steadily and steadily, the housing market, especially out here where we live, if you don't have if you don't got a roommate, man, or another income in the house,
Right.
you
It's
know,
crucial.
you're gonna be. That's the Blackhawks soon by. Is that the Blackhawks?
That's a
Oh,
new shot.
no, that's the that's the news. They got something cracking off over there. Huh?
But when I'm at work, all day, bro, they practicing the touch and goes. So they
Oh.
take off, land somewhere, and they come back right on Fort Carson, bro.
Oh, okay.
It's all day, bro. And they flying in formation and everything. And that's the spirit, though, because we talk about wars and rumors of wars right now in Matthew 24, you know?
Come.
And Yahweh Shai, because this is red letter too. And so this is out of Yahweh Shai's mouth, you know, telling his sheep, don't be troubled. You see? So basically, you know, Yahweh Shai through the Spirit is giving us the playbook, man,
It's gonna stay
on
lit.
how to act and how to operate. You know,
Con.
The water. Yeah.
Yeah, that wisdom and stability we speak about all the time.
Right.
Isaiah 33.
which is that helmet? Which is that helmet?
Putting on that full armor, the knowing of the name, so you can be shielded in these days. That's what we was kind of getting into before she walked up, and how you got several of these other camps going off. You know, they can say what they want to say, but they're not practicing. They're not teaching the name, or they're not teaching the MOTB prophecies, or they're not acknowledging, Yahweh Shai in some way, shape, or form. It's nonsense, man. And you running out of time, man. And like we were saying to the sisters when she kind of came over, you latch onto one of them niggas, you gonna die.
Straight up.
All right, you gonna die.
You
You
know,
go out.
That's why he said be not deceived. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
It's all-
I gotta like kind of stand like facing the way you facing. I see.
Yeah. All right. It's all- yeah,
We'll light it up in a second. We can
Yeah.
bring out some stuff. I left off on 6. Wars and rumors of wars.
Con. There we go. See, and that's exactly what's going on right now, man. Wars and rumors of wars, man. This Russia-Ukraine, thing, that skirmish. You know what I mean?
Right.
Team deathmatch that's going on right now. You
Right.
see what I'm saying? So, hey, we gotta walk circumspectly, man.
Right.
You feel me? Constantly, keeping our head on swivel in the spiritual sense, and
That's the spirit, because we got to rightly divide this thing,
Right.
because otherwise the blood of Israel's on our hands.
Right.
We know to not necessarily worry, but to understand the times when they go into the valley of Yahweh Shaphat,
yeah.
the Jehoshaphat. You see,
Yeah.
then we know, okay, it's getting real.
Exactly. That's a
But
fact.
right now, this is Yahweh Shai. Like, hey, I need you to represent me.
Exactly.
You see?
Because like he was saying that, in the beginning of camp, like a lot of people is wondering why, especially people with Bibles and them niggas on the street corners and them spiggers, right?
Right.
They like, yo, like, okay, so in the spirit they want to, damn, this nigga,
He a kid, bro.
joy riding this. But yeah, like,
He must have stole the keys. He's definitely dropping that shit like
he
he
was
stole it.
whipping that shit, like that shit could have flipped. But as far as understanding of what's coming, right, with that walking circumspectly or whatever,
Right.
the wars and the rumors of wars, because I was going to bring a quick set real quick. This is 1 Peter 1:13. Wherefore, gird up the loins of your mind, be sober, and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahweh Shai Hamashayah. So notice when we read in the beginning of Matthew 24, the disciples asked them, right, when is the signs of your coming? That's the revelation, right?
Right.
Of Yahweh Shai, right? When he's revealed, right? And the end of this world, right? So when it says to gird up the loins of your mind, right? Gird up your loins in the ancient world, they was getting ready for war, right?
Tightening the shit down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Pull
So
your
pants up, yeah, all of that.
Jake does it all
Well,
the time.
Esau stole it from Jake, because you do the same thing.
Con.
Hey, check me out. Tighten my shit down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
You making sure
Yeah,
your sight
gird it.
tight. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Tie it
Yeah,
down. All that
Hell
shit.
yeah, So
Prepare for the battle.
the loins of your mind, so it's letting you know that this ain't carnal, man. This is a spiritual, mental thing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why we're gonna see and bear witness to things that have never been seen before. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna come into a time. You feel me? Imagine when Klaus Schwab, that devil, right, of the World Economic Forum, he was like, this thing that we got going on that seems to not be talked about anymore. But the cyber attack, that cyberdemic is going to make that look like a walk in the park. You feel me? Because remember 2019, right? Everything was cool, whatever. And all of a sudden, boom, lockdowns and shit. You was like, what the fuck, right? Your whole world changed.
That's the spirit.
So imagine when the cyber attack, you feel me? Gas is sky high. You can't get your money out the bank.
Right.
The lights is off
Mhm.
for a certain amount of time and shit. Like this is when it's going to get physical and very violent.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And they know this and they want this.
Right.
So that's why really
Because
they're orchestrating this shit over there in order to blame and you. Because remember, everything is problem, reaction, solution.
right.
Right. Russia is the
what's-
problem.
Right.
And they're
Chaos,
gonna cause an inside
control out of chaos.
false flag. Right. Auto up KO.
Mhm.
And then the solution eventually is going to be CBDCs used with the RFID.
Right.
You know.
That's the spirit. Real quick, y'all know where I work. Well, we got the email last week on Thursday saying that we went to a heightened security status because of everything going on over there, and they are in fear of a cyber attack and shutting down. Y'all know where I work. I don't want to say too much.
Con.
You know what I'm saying? So
Now,
we just got the email.
So it's going to
from
happen.
Amalek, because that's the CEO.
Exactly.
Well, they got to cut lights out.
Yeah.
Because it's the communication factor. Man, they can't do anything without someone knowing in a matter of seconds now.
Right.
And all it takes is for, someone puts something out onto the open net and bam, getting hits, likes, moving along. You know how all that works.
Right.
It don't take nothing. So they got to kill that.
So the easiest way is to cut off the power.
Kill the whole system.
Kill all the power.
Right.
You can't get on once your phone dies, you can't get on it. How you going to charge it?
Brother, I don't know if you remember, the brother brought out several months ago that they was training to do an op like that, to do basically wet work on people during these blackouts.
Yeah, when the dude who was working for was it Customs ICE or some shit like that agent, and he killed himself because he knew what was to come, and on Reddit, right, for camp, right, and he was saying that the lights is going to go out. You see what I'm saying? And during that time, all of people like us, or people that is against basically government, they're going to come get them.
Your former military special forces operatives, your former military, because there's a bunch of them here. There's a bunch of them here. That's the same brother. One day he gonna get out that damn cherry car and come stand on the line.
He gave his piece. Even though that really don't, but
he always
Shalom in his understanding.
It's better than the curse.
He's been showing us love since we first came out here, though. May the Lord,
he could be a 1/3. You see what I'm saying? And
and I do think he keep a lot of that nonsense away from us, because he tells them other niggas like, man, leave them alone. They doing right. He's a deterrent, and he kind of always has been. But go ahead, brother Salak. I didn't mean to cut you off. Oh, I got a step.
Yeah, you got a step for something.
Yeah, I got a step too when you said that they have to cut the lights out.
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah, but if you want me to real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1, and then the point is in verse 5, so I'm going to just skip down eventually. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
That's right.
But thou shalt be no more called tender and delicate. So verse 5 says, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt be no more called the lady of kingdoms.
That's right. So this little pious, untouched virgin shores of Babylon, so to speak, that is America, that's not been shelled, so to speak. It's gonna get shelled. That's not been, riddled with bullet holes, basically with open warfare or conflict. It's gonna happen, man.
Well, I mean, it hasn't necessarily been defeated, because they did fight Gad and shit like that here, but they haven't got their ass whooped.
True, what I'm basically saying is they're gonna get punched in the mouth this time, and it's gonna be different. And then they're gonna have like we always talk about, the Marauders and the Raiders and the cannibals and all this madness taking place.
The 2/3.
The 2/30s getting it in. Small pockets of former military operatives. It's gonna be chaos, man. Like the brother mentioned. And yes, that is why we tell the women to get right. That's why we tell the men of Israel to get right, because man, you're gonna get swept up in that. It's gonna be a wrap.
That's the spirit. One of my buddies I went to basic with, he's all turned up about this Ukraine shit, and he posted a video from TikTok about joining this fucking militia group, bro.
Man,
for veterans and shit, bro.
And they're doing that kind of shit, man. But the America's gonna be set down in the dirt, man. Basically knocked on their ass for the first time, and it will be monumentous. It'll be like when the schoolyard bully, who been punking everybody since kindergarten. He finally get dropped.
When
It's
Ice
gonna be
Cube
like
beat up Debo.
Yeah, I was about to say, like
For
when
real.
Tyson lost to Lennox Lewis, bro. Nobody was ready for that shit.
Buster Douglas.
Right. Nobody was ready for that shit.
So, but what was the subject?
But I was holding Ezekiel 38:4, just kind of pertaining to what's going on, man.
Yeah.
Salakia, this is Ezekiel 38:4, and it reads, "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws,
Right.
and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords.
Right.
All right, and that's pertaining to Gog and Magog. All right, and these Edomites, the warrior tribe of Esau, all right, has essentially, man, they've had it with NATO, with the sanctions, with the way the Western world is conducting itself. I just saw an article. I didn't read it, but basically saying that the U.S. is saying that Russia's creating false threats to continue doing what they're doing.
Right.
But is the U.S. not overly guilty of this crime? Where was the weapons of mass destruction? They just
Exactly.
swept that shit under the rug.
Right.
The U.S. has been doing this, all
Yeah.
over the general world. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, man, they've been doing
Con.
this all over the
But
general world.
Americans is stupid because
Using
they don't
the same
even question
playbook.
that shit. You feel me?
Con.
And just continue like politicians tell the truth.
Yeah.
Where the fuck? There was no WMDs, man.
Yeah. Iraq,
So now what?
and all over, and if you really want to be, you can say there were several reasons why they went. The opioid crisis started right after that.
Exactly. Yeah, the
They
opioid
got into the
epidemic.
drug gang.
Right, and
Let's keep it a
Afghanistan,
buck.
Afghanistan has the largest natural
Opium.
poppy plant of farms and land out there, man.
They
You
tried
see
to
what I'm saying?
Yeah, a
take
lot of
over.
weed, too.
They tried to take over the natural resources, as in the oil,
Yeah, oil.
and they created a proxy armies to continue doing this for several years.
Yeah.
We're just pulling security detail for all of this nonsense.
What's funny, Elder, is what I got told in the military is Afghanistan is kind of like the California of the Middle East, because if you were to pin through California all the way through the globe, the opposite side of the earth, that's Afghanistan and those mountains, bro.
Right.
So that's why they grow all those drugs so well, because
Right.
California
I didn't
is
even-
an agriculture
I
state.
didn't even think about the Afghani Kush and all of that they
You see-
get from that general. I didn't even ponder that.
Yeah,
I just
back
was.
then that was a big
Yeah,
shit.
it's a
Afghan
drug
Kush,
haven, and it's fertile. It's
AK-47.
fertile out there.
But yeah, bro, because when you think about it, Pfizer and all that shit that they make that oxy with, we don't have no poppy plant farms over here.
No,
So
all that shit.
They have to
You know
grow
how
it
many
synthetically
pills
in
people-
greenhouses.
yeah, so
Now
and
you got an opioid crisis in Babylon, and
and Esau taking it.
and it's yeah. And
That's
it's
judgment
who's
from the Lord.
most affected.
So when it's saying the book that hooks in our jaws and turn thee back, because they are Edomites, but they're not part of the beast. That's why that bear, or what is it in Revelation, at the feet, because it's going to be the end of the beast empire.
Right.
The Russians is going to be the first to press that button, so to speak, to destroy it, and all the rest of Russia did it. All right, let's press these buttons too.
Kind of
And
like in
destroy-
G.I. Joe.
And destroy America and all that. So the Most High is turning thee back from going with everything of the agenda. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's still supposedly like New World Order ish, but it's not according to how the regular elite,
Right.
want it to be done.
Hey, Salaki Elder, but you said something that made me think. I saw an article talking from the Russian defense minister, and how when Biden did these sanctions, it was a weak thing because the Russian defense minister was like, "Hey, y'all been sanctioning us for decades, bro. We're used to this shit.
Yeah, we don't
we
give
know
a
how
fuck."
to circumvent it. We know where to get the oil from China. We know where to get the fucking the steel from fucking Taiwan and
They
all
don't.
that shit.
They
Like,
don't need. They don't need
the
NATO.
sanctions don't matter.
They don't need NATO.
They got Iran. They got
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying. They got
Yeah, there's a
Turkey.
bunch of
NATO
countries on
need.
their
NATO
side.
needs their shit.
Yeah.
That's the real.
Right. And
You know?
since we talking about that, you feel me? Russia is, like you said, was the third and fourth largest oil producer in the world, man.
Right.
You putting sanctions on them.
And they got the.
They cut off the Nord Stream
I
2.
was just gonna say they cut off the Nord Stream.
So in Europe and in America, because Nord Stream goes from Russia to Germany, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Which actually made Germany.
Which makes sense
salty.
why Germany
And
did
Belgium and all that. They were salty about it.
Yeah.
So now they kind of got to make a baseline decision, like we gonna rock with Russia or we
Right.
gonna rock with
With NATO.
NATO and the EU.
Mhm. And that's why a lot of these countries is going to say fuck NATO and fuck the treaty and use these fucking missiles to destroy the Great Horde, man, which
Right.
is America, Babylon.
And try to
Great,
side with the BRICS system in the long run, man.
you know? So, come.
They're looking for the. I still got Matthew 24.
Yeah, let's
I got
go
verse
a
8
little
left.
more. All right, cool.
Spark the spirit back up. This is Matthew 24 and verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
See? So this is the beginning, man. That's why, like we said, it's getting bad, but it's going to get worse, man. You see what I'm saying? The beginning of sorrow, that means that the sorrows is just starting to bubble up, you know?
Right.
And it's going to bubble over. You know what I mean? So, but look, the scriptures say, it's better to be in a house of mourning than in a house of feasting, man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that understanding of, man, fuck this shit. You should have that fuck this shit spirit. You see what I'm saying? Like as far as this society, this world, this and doing what they doing, right? Because we're supposed to be a holy people. Kadash, holy. What does that mean? Set apart, man. All right? So we're not supposed to be enjoined, with this whore, man. This harlot, a.k.a.
That's the spirit. Hey, what friendship with the world is enmity with the Most High.
Most High. Come on. There's another script too that kind of goes good with that. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Salak.
Let me keep reading while you look.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Matthew 24 and 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
Yeah, because we come into that time of persecution, brother. People got to know what they signed up for, man. There's a high possibility that, certain brothers who the Most High predestined to go into FEMA camps, man, and to go up into judges and this and that, and have to basically let the spirit talk. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Through you. Don't think of what you say in that hour. It will be given unto you in that hour.
Some brothers gonna have to straight be martyrs, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
another
saying?
lie.
You're gonna be lined up in front of a firing squad, or your head gonna be put on that block, and you're gonna have to die for this truth, man.
Hey, well, it's not like we're trivializing it, but guess what, man? There's casualties in war, man.
Mm-hmm.
And no kingdom ever was gotten, blood free.
Nope. I mean, like we often say, speaking as men, how many times have you given up the ghost already for vain things?
Right.
Now knowing what you know now, having the knowledge you know now, what's it to give up the ghost one more time for this?
That's
for
heavy.
Us, for the brotherhood, for Yahushua, for the Most High, man. What better reason to die? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, in the 1800s, man, if we keep getting reincarnated, brothers was giving up the ghost for motherfucking Cesare, bro.
In some ways, yeah, you had niggas doing that.
Look at this fucking whole America, man.
Right.
And
World War I, World War II.
But look, right. So this is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 6, verse 15. Know ye not that your bodies are the members of Hamashiach? Shall I then take the members of Hamashiach and make them the members of an harlot? Yahweh forbid. Right? So look, it said members of an harlot, right?
Right.
A harlot is what? A whore. Right? A prostitute, man. And in the spirit, when we go to Revelation 17 and 5, and upon her forehead was a name written, mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth.
Right.
So,
and we all got discontinued.
So being a member of a harlot, right, is meaning that you're connected, you're working with. Apostle Dahar just brought it up today, and I thought about you, bro. Like when you said you first woke up and y'all was talking, when he was giving your name and all that, you know what I mean? Because he was like, yo, those that work for the beast or, worship, you said that's you working for, you said all them Jake, Marines, Army, Air Force, cops, government jobs and shit. You see what I'm saying? You are perpetuating that beast system, man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And you're a member of a harlot. Right. America is a harlot, man. We're members of Yahweh Shai, not of this world, man.
Right.
for what you had
But
said.
that's the
too.
truth. They sent us to go fucking stomp out motherfucking Ishmael, bro.
Right.
For their philosophies, which are strange women.
So the Zonovans kind of gives a, little breakdown of what you kind of said, but Salakia, both common and religious harlotry, very prevalent in ancient times. Both kinds were forbidden to the Israelites, mostly being that worship of another god, that worship of what you basically said, the harlot being the beast that is system that is America and all the things that come with it. We're not supposed to be a part of that.
Hey, Elder Malcolm will drop something on us.
Okay, what
Salakia.
you got? Go ahead, bro.
Elder Malcolm has said another oil refinery was destroyed, so prices for everything is going to go up that much faster. It is really going to get much worse really fast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
I mean,
Damn.
but if
That's
that
crazy.
just happened, then yeah, I mean, cause and reaction, right?
Right.
That's obviously going to raise the price of gasoline, and coming into the months where it's in Colorado we don't really have spring,
Right.
but as things start to warm up
Winter and
a
summer.
little bit, yeah, we don't have spring, bro. We used to, but that shit's not a thing anymore.
But just like when he was out here, right? Back then,
Yeah,
remember when you were saying they were siphoning gas? Because
Yeah.
gas is relatively,
'Cause
not cheap, but it's doable, tolerable right now.
Right
Right.
now, yeah.
Right? You see what I'm saying? You could find, let's say, a premium under $4 if you searched. You
Right.
feel me? But I mean, you will have your $4, $10 whatever. You know what I mean? So, like I was explaining, matter of fact, that was last camp. If things just doubled, right? Just doubled, right? If
Right.
you paying $70, for a full tank. Imagine $140 every week out your check, bro. You feel me? Going to work.
I'm
So
paying
you're
I'm
not-
paying $150, like in a roundabout month, like just for gas.
That's a lot.
So
I got an extra.
if that
I'm gonna run the truck real quick.
if that was to double though, like man, that's about half. That's like maybe a quarter of the take home. So that's gonna hurt.
Yo,
Salafi.
I was gonna say, light it when you get in the car. So the wind.
Salaki. Oh shit. You got it. But yeah, like you. I mean, that's a good point. Exactly, a good point. I mean, it's bound to happen.
Yeah.
And people do start to travel more, especially in the spring.
Oh, well, that's the spirit,
Yeah,
right?
they start to want to travel more, and it's actually since COVID hit, and all that hit and everything was shut down for a while. That became like one of the number one pastimes of people like in the city, traveling and driving all over the place and whatnot. I heard, a lot of people was just driving around, or they didn't have nothing else to do. They was jobless or whatever, so they just drove around. You ain't gonna be able to do that. You got this, brother.
Yeah. While I look for it real quick. Yeah, this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Right? So we know that, that could be talking about most likely, martial law, checkpoints, things of that nature.
Curfews.
Yeah, but you think you're going to be able to make it into a city, you know what I'm saying? There's going to be a lot of dudes walking because they don't have money, you know what I'm saying, to get to work.
Right.
Or so on and so forth. You're going to try to carpool in for a little bit, but then imagine your carpooling, buddy, he asking for $50 instead of $5. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, bro, like it costs this much. Like,
Yeah, what
you
you want me to do?
You paying $5 a day for him to take you to work. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Now it's, $25, $50, yo, you know what I mean? Because he got to go to your house, pick you up, drive you over
And
there.
for people to think, Slakia, for people to think that they won't do these things, you are absolutely tripping. And you playing yourself, man. I mean, if you just go and ask some people in Ukraine now, I mean, they fighting it, but they got imposed curfews and things of that nature in their cities on a martial law type of situation. So, and they've done it before. It's just going to be done on a greater scale and with more intensity. Where they're like, "Oh, you're not traveling up and down this highway at this time."
Right. No more rehearsals.
Right. Or they're gonna spray your shit up with the sniper bullets or 50 cal kill your engine and arrest you type shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be a shoot on sight type of
Yeah.
ROE instead of they gotta engage you type shit.
Con. You got another one, brother? You
Yeah,
got
I mean, because Matthew 24 kind of goes into the same kind of stuff with Second Esdras 15 and 16, because these are the times that we're preparing for, and this is why we have to have, the covering of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. We constantly in prayer, pray without ceasing, man. So this is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 15, starting at verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, because this is going to be a worldwide thing, man. You see what I'm saying? Verse 15, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. And what's going on in Russia and Ukraine right now? One people fighting against another, even though a lot of them Ukrainians aren't really Russians. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
which that
The Satan divided against Satan.
yeah,
Mhm.
and it's happening there, and it's happening here, and and really, I ain't gonna lie, you Jakes that are over here crying out for Ukraine and whatnot.
Yeah,
Pray for Ukraine.
Yo, every time some
You
bullshit
should be cheering.
Yeah,
everybody want to pray for, and don't even, look, I seen a Nigerian cat, right? He going on my Facebook. I went to college with him my freshman year. He gonna say, yo, you gotta pray for Ukraine. A lot of bitches in the comments, yeah, right? And then today I see that Ukrainians is not allowing Africans to leave the country on the trains, right? And the Shade Room posted it, so it's official,
Yeah.
right? Because it's getting worldwide, there's too many testimonies, because there's a lot of Nigerian students studying abroad in Ukraine and all of that.
Right.
Now, look, it's not just Africans, it's Nigerians. It's only Nigerians. It's Jake, nigga.
Right.
It's Jake. You see
Right.
what I'm saying?
My homie Obi in the military.
Right.
He studied there for a little
So
bit.
now, how stupid do you look talking about pray for Ukraine, but your own Nigerian people is getting basically discriminated? The curse is being manifested upon them. You see what I'm saying? Because they like, nah. So they giving the first seats, to their fellow Ukrainians, but not allowing no Nigerians to get out the city, basically for them to be killed and raped by Russians and shit.
And you got Slovakia. Yeah, that shit is idiotic, man. You look like Steve. Stop. You know what I'm saying? And Jake always just want to be down with some social media shit. But
trending.
Yeah, you just want to trend. There's ways to be a trendsetter. Don't stop being Stevie, bro. Because like this brother said, they got people now. They was reporting this morning that they had people, like you said, they're not letting certain people leave. Most of the Jakes or melanated peoples in the country,
Right.
and they're trying to push through or push past certain things. What would you call it? Like they're trying to, push and force to get onto the trains, and they're not. I'm sure they're not televising this, but they stopping them people, and they're whooping people's asses at the train stops to let certain people leave first.
Mhm.
So there's fights and shit breaking out at these train stations. These Ukrainians don't care about you. They don't, or you Spiggers or anybody else really. They're not.
Right.
These Edomites are for their own people,
Right.
and they'll fight and claw and kill each other, but they'll take a pause to kill niggas. So don't.
That goes to show that perpetual hatred.
Yeah, man, they got a perpetual hatred for your ass.
And also,
You need
it
to
might
understand.
be, the Ukraine might be looking at it like the Most High might have mercy if some Israelites is over there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
On them.
Looking for something, man.
I got a precept on which I just said. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 17 and 18. And it reads, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children.
We're coming to that point,
Yeah,
man.
eventually.
Where I mean, is it happening here on the shores of Babylon at a daily rate? Not at that maybe that sense, but it's coming, man.
Right.
All right.
That bows, referring to the silos that let off the arrows, which would be the missiles, you feel me? Because Russians don't have, they like torture fucking experts, man. They don't have no fucking pity towards you niggas and Indians and shit. You see what I'm saying?
Damn sure.
Hell nah. So they, what's going on in Ukraine and in Russia right now, you feel me, is just manifesting You know, when is people gonna learn that you so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans are the real children of Israel? Man, come back to your nationality. All right, in their captivity, they should remember themselves.
There's something that you know, we often kind of, I've heard it said, and then also just kind of say it, man. Jake wants to be everything but Jake, man. They want to cling on to everything but being an Israelite. You know, the Hispanics want to be Mexican so bad, or they want to be Cuban or Puerto Rican so bad to the point that they'll fight you over that, fight you over Cesare, even in many situations. But they don't want to acknowledge their own heritage. You know what I'm saying? And that's Southern Kingdom too. It's not, you know, not just a bunch of Northern Kingdom, but Southern Kingdom too, man. Jake want to be niggas so bad. You know, but they want to be UDSA, you know, grade pants sagging, Tech 9 toting, bandana wearing, you know, set tripping ass niggas, man. I think that's what they want to be. 40 drinking, you know what I'm saying? All of that. Well, that's what they want.
That is going to show you their low mind state. That's not a rulership mentality. They want to be held to a standard.
That's a 230 in
You know what I'm
spirit,
saying?
man.
That reminds me of a saying in the Army. We used to say everybody want to be a grunt till it's time to do grunt shit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So how much more Jacob when they have to be held accountable for, you know, fucking being adulterous, not worshiping Yahweh Shai, fucking killing their own brother, man, selling dope to their own people, man.
You can even use that for women, you know. Like, everybody want to be a man until you got to do some man shit.
Yeah, because you got a lot of women now that are vexed about this World War III shit.
Draft and shit.
Because they're going to be included if there is a draft.
Yeah.
Which, you know, more than likely.
I mean, hey, though these women that is in these bum ass little jobs and like in the army making TikToks crying, these little crocodile tears, as if we giving a fuck. You know what you signed up for, man.
Shit.
You see what I'm saying?
These bitches thought it was an easy check. They didn't want to believe.
Right.
What brother?
Ain't no, she said, ain't nobody get to the army thinking that we want to go to war. We don't like what the fuck. What the fuck does army mean?
We just left Afghanistan like a couple months ago.
That shit wild, bro.
Like,
What's stupid? But then, just like other Apostle Tahar said, there's so much, you know, Keisha working in the armed forces, man.
Yeah.
That y'all gonna get a missile upon you when, you know, some of y'all have to go to the valley Yahweh Shabbat, man. Or this Poland or Ukraine, you know,
right,
being stationed out over there. You feel me? Y'all think this shit is a game. You see what I'm saying? You get to use it, little benefits, run up a check, go party and shit.
Talk shit to Jake.
Yeah, all day, get deployed, travel the world, and y'all you think that is all good. Bitch, you a slave to the beast, man. All right? And you gonna do what the beast say. When Uncle Sam say go here, what you gonna do? You go there. And you have to. Ain't no, you feel me? If you don't want to or not, you don't have no choice.
You know, a lot of people gonna try to get pregnant.
That's the number one out.
That's gonna be the new thing.
Because they either gonna put you in prison or they're gonna boot your ass out and you're gonna be homeless.
Because I had a shorty when I was young that was in the military, and you know, we had a thing, and she was waiting on me to really actually move out to Cali, and I had started the camp around the same time, and I went to visit her like once, and her whole mentality was like, basically like, give me seeds so I can get out and come home with you. And you know,
that's the swindle.
Yeah.
You know she was gonna swindle.
Yeah,
Swindle.
Get her pregnant and
Then you fuck.
yo, and yeah, she was trying to use me as a ticket home and out of the military, but
that's
I was like, yo, you know, at the time I was young, I ain't want no kids. It was like
that's an enchantment.
I had to leave her, but
that's the spirit, because I go to show you, no matter what Esau do, it's only gonna fuck him in the end. All the Keishas and all the little Beckys and the little Lolitas you got in the military, that's gonna be a strain on your resources, bro.
Yep.
You're gonna spend time having to kick them bitches out, lock them, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And all you pussy ass Jakes, you're gonna go AWOL, bro.
But that's why they got these.
Jake don't want the smoke, bro. They
Yeah.
like to be cooks and mechanics and shit. They don't like
Yeah.
to be no trigger puller,
Nah,
bro.
facts.
That's
A lot
why
of them is
I
cooks
meet a lot of Jakes in the
and working
military.
in
They'd be like,
finance.
yeah, they'd be like, what's your MOS? I tell them I was a grunt. They'd be like, why you do that shit with them crazy white boys? You know what I'm saying? It's a different mindset, bro.
Hell yeah.
You know, why you do that
Them
shit?
niggas gonna go AWOL.
They be. It's an easy way out. They don't do shit, but then they get to drive your Chargers and your Camaros
Right.
and shit, and act like as if you really worked hard for this shit. Anybody could do what y'all doing, man. Y'all just helping that system. You see what saying be perpetuated, you know. But
Well, anybody able-bodied, because there's a lot of fat motherfuckers in the U.S. can't do shit.
No facts. So
You
like,
gotta be able to fucking run.
Because, you know,
So don't take that the wrong way.
Just going, you
On the
know,
comic
it's
book.
just happening today. Keisha, I'm sorry, but you're going to be upset. Salak, this is Proverbs 30 and 20, and it reads, "Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness." All right, and that's how Eve is, man. That's how she conducts herself in Babylon as an entirety. Like this, like, you know, we didn't cut Keisha too tough that came up here,
yeah,
but I bet if we had got into the nitty gritty, started breaking it down, you'd find out she's pretty massive piece of shit.
yeah.
And she gonna sit there and be like, "Well, I ain't commit no crimes. You know, let me wipe this cum off my face real quick, get it out my hair, but I ain't do nothing." And she's sitting there with the bukkake face, you know what I'm saying, looking at you like she worth
$1 million.
a million.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, it's happening today. It just is.
That's
But-
yeah.
But Jake has to recognize, man, that whole queen. That's why there ain't no damn Queen of Heaven prophecies
Yeah, that
or
shit-
philosophies
That's what
going
I'm
over
saying,
here.
son.
That
Why
shit
you
weak.
like my stepsister, she tried to add that shit in there too, like
No,
the
man.
divine balance, God, the masculine and the feminine, as if there's equal.
Look,
Listen,
the
yo,
order
that shit
has,
gets tight.
and you already said it. You brought it out earlier. The order has forever been Yahweh, the man, or Yahweh Shai, the man, the woman, the children. All right, and even in some situations, once the child becomes of age, you know, and he's a male, he not under his mother like that no more.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, when he hits the age of
Did you-
accountability.
All you gotta do is
He's
honor your
he's
mother.
rocking
Right.
with
Yeah,
dad
he's a
now. He's
man.
running
When
Detroit.
when
Yeah.
Yahushua was what, maybe between the age 10, 13,
Yeah.
when he told his mother, like, "What business do I have with you?
Yeah.
I'm
This
teaching."
is not my time.
Right.
That was a cold
What you-
set.
what you
That was a
bothering
cold
me
Yeah,
set.
he said, "Woman."
That's how you know you how shot.
What do you have to do with me?
He
I'm
was cold.
teaching the bros. Like, get out of here, pretty much.
You know I was sitting here for a reason.
Yeah.
Yo,
So-
what? See, Eve is tight of the brotherhood, bro. You see what I'm saying? That we can actually come together because our friendship, our brotherhood is founded off the cornerstone, which is Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
It's not weed smoking, partying, fucking bitches,
Right.
selling drugs. That doesn't what glue us together. What glues us together is Yahweh Shai.
That's
And
right.
that's why it's an unbreakable bond. And that's why it doesn't matter how long you've known people or if
Right.
you've known them at all. You can that's the beautiful thing about this truth. You can go to any city, all right? And if they share the same doctrine, 100% truth with you, they're going to treat you like they knew you forever, man.
You good
You know,
in
my
everything.
money is your money. My house, mi casa, su
Right.
casa, man.
Hey, man, when you in good with the, like you said, when you in good with the fellowship, with the brotherhood, man, and of the like doctrine, man, you good in every hood, man.
Every
For the
hood.
most part,
That's
you
heavy.
know, you good in every
And
hood.
that made me think about that set. You know, if this tabernacle was made of man, it would come to naught, man.
Yeah.
That's how you know this
Yeah,
thing is
but-
spiritual.
Right.
Yeah, but
And,
that,
and yeah, Eve is
If
bad.
this was on some nigga shit, you would see
Right.
brothers beefing. Like, hey,
Yeah.
don't fuck with them niggas in Orlando.
Yeah, because
Don't
you
fuck with them
right.
niggas.
And you
know what
see,
I'm saying?
you know, and we love y'all brothers.
We
down
hey,
there.
we do. We just teach
Salaki.
it.
But you know how, you know, just in general, man, Eve wanna be able to pull the strings, and she ain't got no power over the brothers of this doctrine. Man. Eve
Yeah,
don't.
but
Eve
that-
is not driving
They
this
heavy in
his-
that witchcraft
his
shit.
flock is men, bro.
Right.
You feel me? He not dealing with y'all like y'all think that he is, man.
I got a few.
You see
more
what I'm
Salaki.
saying?
That shit's annoying. Bro.
And yeah, and that is Eve, man. And make no accounts of their wickedness and commit all manners of it, man.
Yeah.
All right, constantly.
Real quick,
Go ahead.
Proverbs 8:4. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men.
Thank
Not the daughters of men. You see what I'm saying? Because it would say that. You can't say, oh, that include daughters too. Doesn't it talk about in Genesis when the sons of God slept with the what? The daughters of men. And that
Right.
isn't no fucking fallen angel bullshit
Right.
doctrine. All right? I'm not going to get into it. You feel me? But I'm just using that.
Right.
So if it says sons of men, he's talking about sons of men. If it said daughters of men, he's talking about daughters of men. It would have included y'all if that his voice is unto us. Oh, you should be preaching. So look, she's supposed to be preaching, but what the fuck was your gospel?
you.
You ain't say not one. If you had the truth, why you ain't try to bring us in?
Galatians 24.
She was trying to find
I'm
a
like,
way.
you see me. I said,
Bro,
wait, there isn't no 24 chapters in Galatians.
because she wanted
She was
was
cut
for
when we said
brothers
that.
to.
Yeah,
She was like, "Oh, he knows the script."
Yeah.
I know the scripture.
What she was
Come on,
looking
bro.
for was
Why
for
was he
us to
out here?
elevate her and make her our God. And no to all you bitches. And yeah, I said it. Like, no.
She wanted a pat on the back for coming up, man.
Fuck you, Keisha.
Like as if she knows.
Everyone all right?
Knows. She's leaning on her own understanding. Like
And
the rest of these scriptures, man.
right. And you could be offended, man.
A bunch of foolish talk, but
Yeah.
no scripture.
Khan, Salaki, if you don't mind, I'm gonna hit this Titus 2 and 1 real quick. This is
Khan.
Titus 2 and 1, and it reads, "But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine,
Right.
that the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, and in patience. The aged woman likewise that be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given too much wine, teachers of good things." All right. What do our women do? First off, our women is drunk as shit.
Shit, just party
Right.
and bullshit.
Right. Drunk and
They
doing
left the 90s. Yeah.
right. Doing all manners of nonsense. Like we said, opening up for every quiver, you know what I'm saying? Wiping their mouth as if they did nothing wrong. They're not teaching the children good things. All right. You see Keisha's teaching her daughter how to twerk at 3 and 2 years old.
Yep.
Got this little girl
They-
saying
yeah.
crazy
Yeah,
shit.
they think it's cute.
Yeah.
Putting weed
Like
in
shake
a,
your
in a,
ass, shake
in
your
a, in
ass.
a, in
that
a
shit
little
ain't cute.
girl head,
Right.
and she don't even know her A's and C's. I've witnessed this shit before.
Right.
Out in Birmingham,
But then still have the
Oh,
nerve
yeah,
to
that
tell
shit.
another
Yeah.
man a man that
He
he
hate
has no
herself right
right
there,
to
bro.
see his child
Bro.
or talk to his child or his toxic masculinity. You women, you through. Keisha's through. These are some of the reasons why. Okay, because you guilty of all these things.
And
You're not in the house
Right.
keeping behavior which is becoming holiness. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's why Elder, even the 2/3 niggas
Right.
of the Southern
Constantly-
Kingdom ain't dealing with Keisha no
They
more,
all
bro.
false accused. They all in your phone. They all tracking your Facebook and your social media.
Let one female like a post or something, you know what I'm saying? That you
Doing all
know,
of it.
oh, you fucking her, da-da-da-da-da. Like, so what if you are?
These niggas dumb, bro. They gonna hit each other. I know them little niggas too. Salaki, this is down to 4. That they may teach young women to be sober, to love their husbands,
Right.
to love their children. All right, you got nigga women and the Northern Kingdom women not doing that, man.
Right.
All right, they're not. Several of them are not doing that. Keisha's probably one
The
of the
worst
greatest
off?
offenders, but the Northern Kingdom is following right after them, and,
Right.
and really,
And they're getting worse by the day.
and they are. Salaki. This is down to 5. To be discreet, chasers, keepers at home, good, obedient to their husbands, that the word of Yahweh be not blasphemed. What she do when she came up? First thing she did, she made it known she didn't have a husband, so maybe she was choosing. But she wanted a nigga who was gonna bend the knee
Bow down
to her and acknowledge her as a god princess or something. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Like, get the fuck out. That is not what the scriptures say at all.
Because the woman doesn't have common sense.
it's not scripture.
If you was on our level, then what's the point of the man?
That's
If you
in
can
that's
protect
in,
yourself.
That's in Job, right? He deprived her of wisdom and understanding. Roughly paraphrasing, man. All right, he did that for a purpose, man. You see what I'm saying? Because through Eve, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
What is this? I was trying to find it for real.
The whole world was introduced to sin.
Yeah, like
Brought
through
to
her,
sin.
we all
Through
died.
her, we
Yeah,
all
through
died.
her,
Right,
we all
right, right.
died. Which,
Is that a Ciroc, I think? Is that a
yeah,
Ciroc?
it is in
That's
Sirach.
what
I believe
I
it's
was
in
in it.
26. Would you go to 26
Okay.
and 12 and see if that's where it's at? Not 12, but maybe a little above that. No, I know I was going to Sirach 20. I got Sirach 26 and 12 right there. But I know it's in there somewhere. Yeah, look it up and bring it out to me.
Are you looking for the Through Her We All Die?
Yeah,
That's 25-24.
that's Sirach 25.
Yeah, 25-24.
So
You
it
just
reads,
went off, that's all.
of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die.
Right.
You know, so this is
get the 26 and 12 too.
right. So it reads, she
Or
will
26 in Slovakia. Just started 2 or 22 Slovakia.
22.
Yeah.
And,
Since you just got it.
and harlot shall be counted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband.
Right. I mean, your woman's supposed to be holding you down, man. All right. The Israelite women in Babylon are not doing that. All right.
Right.
She's supposed to be the one, like, you know, you missed this part, you didn't tighten this part of your armor, Lord, and she tightened it for. She's supposed to make sure you know, you ain't never hungry, that you're not stressing to get shit done at the crib. Women look at these things as like
Burdens.
Yeah. Oh my God, I gotta cook for this nigga and the kid and gotta do the laundry. This is some bullshit. I wanna just smoke weed and party. You know, I wanna
lay
go
up.
out. Yeah, I wanna suck some dick tonight or whatever.
Well, it's that life of luxury, man. But what is it?
The women at ease. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
women at ease, right? You careless women, man.
Right.
You feel me? But the let me get that because that's a good script.
I'm getting Proverbs real quick. Proverbs Salakia. I believe it's 9.
Yeah, the vintage shall fail. That's what I was going to say, right?
Um,
Verse Isaiah chapter 32, verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice. Ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. So y'all good right now, but eventually, the way this thing's all is going to fail, man. All right? You're not going to be able to have time to just lay up and watch it Netflix, you know, getting high and drunk and shit, and getting your easy money working at home and all that, while the men is out here doing hard labor out in the streets.
and not just that, just hop on a date app, have random Jake after random Jake call up in you and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or being able to have the option of, I'm going to deal with several niggas and
Yeah.
save somehow.
I'm dealing with so-and-so
Because that's
tonight,
several
and then-
incomes. You see what I'm saying? If she don't feel like, I don't feel like spending money on liquor today, let me hit this nigga up. Oh, what you doing? Ain't shit, you want to chill? Hell yeah. You gonna bring a bottle? Sure. There's free liquor for her, and she get to come a couple times. And
Right.
you see what I'm saying?
Getting it out from under you, man. Slacking
They the real pimps. Shit.
you. Yo.
Well, nah, like Kazak said, like they the ones with the game, you know?
Yeah.
It's
No,
like
for
after the
real.
90s, it switched from Jake to the female, bro.
With all, even though
Shit,
she,
even before that,
Yeah,
man,
true.
because we was Judah was
But it was
singing
still a remnant of that.
and praising women all throughout the 50s, 70s, right?
Yeah, true.
hey man,
R&B killed
pussy
us,
power,
bro.
pussy power is a thing unto its own, man. It's witchcraft, man. And a lot of men done, you know, you got niggas to this day that only listen to R&B songs.
That's
and
that reminds me, when a man's ways please the Most High, he shall escape her, bro. Because hey, the waters of the Most High, that we're not up under
Hey,
no
man,
bitch like that,
when you
man.
make wisdom your woman know,
Right.
Sophia.
yeah, then the
Right.
game, you above the game.
Right.
Because she can do all of that bullshit, but you peep it for what it is. And you able to maneuver around her, and her ass more likely probably chasing you. You know what I'm saying? Salakia, this
And so
is Proverbs.
that's deep, because Sophia just ain't giving to one of us; she giving to all of us. So that should teach you about women right there.
And then they be tight. When you are chasing wisdom, man. I'll be honest. Women find that shit more attractive than you
Nah.
chasing them.
No, real talk. Because they understand that you're not. I mean, certain women.
Certain women,
Because
yeah. I mean, if
you don't
just
have
down,
your head up their ass and shit.
right?
And honestly, you feel me? Well, you know what they call that sapiosexual that they push to get wet through intelligent and intellectual conversation and all that type of shit.
Yeah.
You know, because real talk, I could talk, and the bitch should just be sitting there like, God damn, this nigga like, you know, you mad, you know, whatever,
Yeah.
you know, and then they ready.
That little shit is cool. I don't
Yeah,
know why. You should.
I had to do a double take on
Yeah, I
that.
had to look at it a couple times.
But I see what you're saying, Noah.
Hell yeah.
I ain't been.
But also, that's because women are simple, so that is something different a lot of the time.
Exactly.
Because most Jake is what they on that dumb hood
Materialistic
nigga shit.
Right.
Like,
So,
oh,
it's
I got the
like
pack.
last
Well,
night,
12
like,
niggas got the
just like
pack.
how I told you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You know, but you know, I was, you know, when you break things down, you feel me? Like, oh damn, it's just refreshing. See, that's how you know out of his belly shall come living waters, man. Because
Right.
when you really talking this shit, it's like it's refreshing. Oh damn, it's so refreshing to hear, a man that that talks about and is passionate about something different than what these other men. I mean, hey,
chasing money and shit.
all that dumb shit. You feel
She
me?
can throw a quarter and hit a nigga
Hell
chasing
yeah,
money
yeah.
and fucking bullshit.
Right.
So
Salakia, this is Proverbs 9, and I'm going to start at 6, and it reads, For the foolish and live and go, or Salakia, forsake the foolish and live and go in the way of understanding. He that reproveth the scorner getteth himself shame, but he that reproveth a wicked man getteth himself a bow. All right? Reprove not a scorner lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee.
Time.
All right? Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy understanding.
now get Isaiah 33 and 6.
It's like
That's right. That's right.
I'm gonna jump down
That's
too
right.
just real quick because I wanted to get to this point.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll go to the next one. Salah. But this is down just to 13, right? Because we established that, wise men are obviously looking for wisdom.
Yeah.
This is pertaining to a woman, though, all right? A foolish woman is clamorous, and she is simple and knoweth nothing.
Right.
All right?
Right.
Yeah, when you get into clamorous, it means loud and argumentative.
Right.
You feel me? She didn't get loud, but she
Non-stop.
was trying to argue and talk over the scripture. That's why you had to say, yo, hold on real quick. I was like, yeah, hold on. You feel me? Because I was trying to get, because I was quick trying to cut, because I
Yeah.
knew it was going to be some bullshit.
Yeah, she
I
didn't
seen
have
dark skin Keisha.
I was looking at both of y'all. I
like,
try not to laugh.
I
Oh,
knew
there you
Keisha
go.
was coming with
the
that
bullshit.
bullshit.
You know Keisha coming with the bullshit.
She said,
Keisha not coming in no
what's
humble
y'all? I want to
spirit.
know what y'all niggas thought is
About
on
the
the
Passover?
Queen of Heaven and the Passover. That's how
What?
she started it, though.
That's so like
Yeah,
so.
She knew
yeah,
we was
Passover
going to
is
get
a heavy
talk
subject,
about the
and you talk
Passover.
about the Queen of Heaven.
Like
But you know about the
she
Passover?
was just using like the Passover to like, oh,
That was her way in.
like, okay, yeah, like we
Yeah.
can do the Passover.
Because she knew we was
we're
going to dress it with
we
it.
know
She
we're-
thought she was gonna get an invite.
because she know we Israelites, bro. You see, and she's heard of it before, but then she wanna, I know that. Where the fuck is you preaching? What street you on? What channel you got?
And
What are you doing?
who was your teacher? Because, no,
Where
Keisha.
did you learn that from?
Y'all killing me.
Y'all gonna bow down like the rest.
Salak, what was it you wanted me to jump to?
Well,
Isaiah
Isaiah 33 6,
33:6.
the one that we know about.
Okay. Yeah, Isaiah 33.
Because it just said that the fear of the Lord is beginning of.
I'm going to get it because, it's a staple. So anyway, it's Isaiah 33 and 6, and it reads, And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of thy salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. All right? That being the most valuable thing, man. Like we read, that's the beginning of wisdom and understanding.
Didn't Yahweh shall say to put your treasures in heaven?
Right.
That's
So,
right.
so if you have a healthy fear of the Lord, why do we do this? Out of fear.
Right.
Fear of what the Most High could do to us.
Yeah.
Us being the worm in the grass or the ant in the anthill, we have nothing to him.
Imagine the first you looking for your purpose in life, but you ain't never read Ecclesiastes, and you read that the whole duty of man is
man.
what? Fear the Most High and
Right.
keep His commandments.
Right.
That's simple, point plain, straight to the point. That
Right.
is your purpose as an Israelite man upon this earth, man.
Right. Not to fear Keisha or uphold her thoughts
See?
or her statutes,
Yeah.
because she don't have nothing to do with that fear.
Right.
And to be honest, Keisha don't, and we'll get to it, but she don't have the same healthy fear that we have. She's not in her right mind right now.
Look at Job's wife.
Well, it's the beginning of wisdom.
Yeah.
You gotta
Or
look at
Lot's
it.
wife.
Because
Remember Lot's
in
wife?
order to fear something, Elder, you gotta what? You gotta believe that it's real. That's
Right.
why his name is Yahweh.
But
He is.
Women.
So
you
that's
know,
why it's the beginning of
But
wisdom.
women love to use that shit when they come to that prophetess shit.
Right.
You know, Deborah and this and that, and like the Watchmen, Yahoo niggas, and all of that. You feel me? Trying to teach on, like, bro.
I know
like,
that bitch is done. She's
yeah,
done,
she's
bro.
through. Most High gonna deal with him, and he's really scared of her to tell her to put in her place. He knows that a woman shouldn't be no goddamn teaching alongside of him. Like, you feel me? Like,
Yeah.
come on, bro.
Slakia. This is Proverbs 13 and 13. And it reads, Whosoever despiseth the word shall be destroyed,
See?
but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. The law of the wise is the fountain of life, to depart from the snares of death.
Right. So when the scripts get brought out and broke down correctly, but but you're trying to contend with it and box it. You feel me? You're gonna be destroyed, man. Oh, you read a woman shouldn't be teaching and speaking in the churches, and then she, well, that means no. Listen, bitch. It's not. You see what I'm saying? You constantly. You're trying to fight. Your arm's too short to fight Yahweh.
You can't box with God, son.
And we try to tell them all the time, man.
Like, bro, your arms is too short to be boxing with Yahweh, man.
Straight up.
You gonna drop your ass.
Anything else?
I got one more, just because old Keisha just mean mugging me. So I'm gonna give her. She one of them church ones.
Oh yeah.
They probably was there all day.
Went to Golden Corral, ate some fucking pork.
Ate a pork
On
sandwich.
the day of soul of the sun. Soul
Like-
Invictus, the invincible sun. That's what y'all worship on this day, man. I've actually heard Christians say that. Do you know that Jesus is really the sun, right? I'm like, what?
Yeah, I've heard them say shit like that too.
Like,
And I'm
get
like,
away from me, Satan.
Did you tell that to you?
So they
pastor?
crucified the son on the cross, right? They grabbed the son out of the sky. I'm not trivializing Yahweh Shai sacrifice, but they put the son on the cross, right?
Sometimes
Come
you
on,
gotta
bro.
walk away from them hacky tacky Christians, bro.
That's the
You
day.
just gotta be like, you know what, nigga?
Like,
Have a
bitch,
good
I
day.
can't even pop you because my kid will come out retarded, nigga.
Yeah.
Have a good day, bitch.
You got an IQ of 14.
This is 1 Peter, the 3rd chapter, and I'm gonna start at 5. For after this manner in the old time, holy women also who trusted in Yahweh adorned themselves, being in subjection under their own husbands.
Right, so their adorning wasn't external; it was
Okay.
internal.
Right.
They decorated themselves with a certain type of integrity. You see what I'm saying? Which was being submissive.
Yeah. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord.
Lord, calling him Adawan, calling him Master.
Okay.
Yes, Master. We's Master.
Yes.
What do we 6 Master?
That's right.
Not to make
Right.
it, but hey,
But
it
no.
is. Hey, that's
Yeah.
how.
That's how you're supposed to be addressed.
Yeah.
You come
Real
home and your
talk.
woman
And it's gonna be
get
like
down
that
on her
in the
knees
kingdom,
and
man.
say, "Welcome home, Lord.
Yeah,
Receiveth thee throne."
yeah,
And
right.
she get down and just
Yeah.
open her mouth
Exactly.
up. Man. You know,
Straight up.
just fill a little
And
shit
she
up.
got
and,
food, right? And she
Yeah.
got food waiting. You the bus with home. But hey, that's how
the kingdom gonna be lit.
yeah.
I'm telling you. Select. Whose daughters ye are.
See,
Salakia.
so they calling it, oh, yeah, we sons of 8 children of Abraham and all that. Well, if that's the case, you're a daughter of Sarah.
Right.
And you're supposed to be acting in the same spirit as Sarah did. Because
Okay.
are we supposed to be acting in the same spirit of Abraham,
Right.
Isaac, Jacob?
Jacob, yep, Yahweh Shai.
As long as ye do well and are not afraid with amazement, likewise ye husbands dwell with them accordingly to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker
Right.
vessel.
So according to, we supposed to know, whether you tell them or not, that their understanding ain't up to par. Like I had a bitch really try to argue with me, like, yeah, at first she thinks she can fight niggas, right? I'm like, yo, you see me, son? I will, and I've never
I'll
put
beat
my
your
hands.
ass.
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah,
tell
like,
him
you feel
sometimes.
me?
After
But
you
then-
had that conversation, sometimes you gotta.
But look
Grab
how
her
proud
up.
and stubborn. Look at Keisha. Look how much pride and stubborn she got. So she knows she'll get beat up, but she'll like make this just to prove to you, because
I'll run my
I
mouth.
know I'll get beat up, but I'll fight you.
Like, why?
Like, why would you do that?
Why you even
So
want
then,
to get
so,
hit?
then, so then she go on to be like, well, what's the name? Well, yeah, okay, I guess y'all stronger than us, but not mentally. Okay, whatever, bitch.
Hey, man.
It's really to be
Listen,
playful and shit.
The
That's
Most
another
High
thing when they serious,
is
bro.
giving you child pain and childbirth because you don't know how to act. Get it right. Get it together, Keisha.
And thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule
Right.
over thee.
See, and they
We
got
are a ruler,
and,
man.
and Keisha, you could be as mad as you want to be. That is all scriptural. Nothing that Shorty came up here and said was scriptural.
Bro.
Everything we just brought out is all scriptural.
That's why I hate when these niggas post, "Oh, my queen, man."
Look,
You know
I
how
wanna
many
punch
times
them
I
niggas,
see
bro.
that on
You-
Facebook?
and you
Stop
understand.
referring to your bitch as a
You're calling her a harlot.
A harlot. The
I
real
hate-
was one.
I hate-
That's why I
two,
laugh.
like she
I'm
on.
like,
Keisha, man. Keisha just everywhere today.
Yeah, you know.
You're all in my face.
Y'all slowing down, stop it.
We getting tested with Keisha today, bro.
You know, yeah. Hey, if y'all wanna, hey, Anyway.
Stop by, get cut.
Let me see, man. I have.
The elder call it House of 1,000 Cuts out here, boy.
Nah, it's just the dojo I trained at, bro. It's just the dojo I trained at. I was watching something earlier where the dude, it was that spirit. You know, we constantly talk about. You get these students that one of them kung fu flicks. They come back and I challenge you.
Oh, the
Master.
challenge the master.
Yeah. Hey man, and you get your wig split.
That's
I
that's
was literally
Sakari
watching
in
the
the
video
spirit,
like
bro.
that. Yeah, it was some niggas that made it. It was funny.
Yeah, that is.
And the dude was like, I challenge you. And the nigga was like, are you serious? Bro, you're a yellow belt. Like, what you mean? And he's like, nah,
Hey,
I learned all your
goes
shit.
before the fall, man.
He hit him with one chop, like, drop that nigga. Ah! You didn't teach me that. He said,
Of course he didn't.
he said, nigga, that shit had me weak. That's that spirit not to be in, though, man. Salakia. This is 1 Timothy, the 2nd chapter, verse 10, and we can walk off after this. Salakia. This is verse 10. All right, and it reads, but which becometh woman professing godliness with good works. Let the woman learn in silence and with all subjection, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to assert authority over a man, but to be in silence.
I can preach and I can do this.
For Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman, being deceived, was in transgression.
Keep reading on.
Now withstandeth, shall she be served in childbearing if they continue in the faith, charity, and holiness, and sobriety. All right. And because, Keisha not up here and did none of that, right? Nor does she want to.
Now look, what I should have brought up in Corinthians what it says for the woman the man was not made for woman, but the woman for man. So how there's going to be a divine woman entity,
Right?
Jerusalem, mother of all, woman, Yanni, pussy in the sky,
Right.
whatever the fuck.
I just think back to Adam.
If you was you was created for us. Why the fuck would I create something after me and then be like, yeah, you're equal with me now?
And I'm gonna be real honest.
That's like
I
that
know we
argument
kill
with
it. I know-
Satan being the strongest
Huh.
God from the Christian church.
And I
So
know
what do
we,
you mean?
yeah,
Why would God
Isaiah
create
45,
something that could beat him up?
Yeah,
Right.
that could like goes
Nigga,
against what he's got. And we're
command
gonna fight, you know.
We're gonna fight, nigga. I
You know?
command you.
And I'm
Don't
gonna
do your bidding and get the fuck on. That's
No,
how
he creates his
talks to
enemies
him.
here on earth. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, come on, man.
And I'm gonna be
Why
real
listen?
honest because we was all over Keisha. Look, Maria and Pocahontas, you bitches not safe either.
That's right.
You
That's
not
right.
safe either.
Yeah,
Y'all
right.
fucking up too.
Pocahontas be wild and
Nah,
so
Pocahontas be fucking wildin',
Yeah.
bro.
Oh, that bitch will stab you.
Yeah.
Rob
They'll
you.
shoot you.
Yeah.
Real
for
talk.
real talk.
Yo,
They'll
Yo,
kill you,
them
bro.
res bitches, them
There's some of the
Pocahontas,
grimiest beating the game type of holes on
they'll
the planet
set you
right
up,
now.
all type of shit.
Yup.
That's a fact.
Yup.
You know what I mean?
Not safe,
And we
man.
know, and
Just
Lolita,
as
she be
bad.
right there with
Yeah.
the cartel
yeah,
and
bro.
Sicarios.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Maria would, man,
So
Set your ass up.
be careful
Yeah.
with all type of,
Yeah.
you know,
Hey,
women in general.
Yeah, women in general. I mean,
That's
hey,
why
Because
you was
Becky will
saying
get your
the-
ass
our
fucked up.
woman
We was
is-
talking
our
about that.
woman is yeah, Becky will
wisdom.
jam you up too.
Hell yeah, bro.
You really cut up and do
Right.
some shit she
This,
don't like.
this why Paul said, you feel me?
It's better to be a spiritual unit.
Yeah, not to be like
deal with
me,
them.
it's better not to touch a woman, man.
Right.
You feel me? In
Amen.
the spirit,
Come,
hey,
come.
you're not gonna sin if you marry, have sex, what that means, you know.
Right.
But hey, man, don't be putting all your strength and effort onto these women, man.
That's right, man.
The mother of the wisest man, second wisest man, Solomon, which was really the same, first because Yahweh shot. But
And
it's
niggas
like, yo,
forget,
told him that.
the Heavenly Father is jealous over Jacob, bro. So you put your love on a bitch, man. Most High can be like, nigga,
Yeah, what happened?
nigga,
to me?
what,
I gave
everything I did for you,
I
nigga.
can make you
You know-
happier than that.
You know how many
I
good
can give you
brothers
10 of
have,
these stupid ass bitches.
I was gonna say, and many a brother has come
That's
into
what he
the
told
truth
David.
and phased out.
He was hurt.
when he
Women.
gave
He was hurt.
adultery. He's like, son, on any of these bitches, I could have gave you mad women, bro.
Right.
You feel me? Why go and get another man's wife, nigga, and kill him for that?
Right.
I know she bad, but she had to be bad like Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She had to be super.
Remember, he saw him in the
I don't
shower,
even expect
so she was bucking naked.
that's a heavy
You
one. I
feel
ain't
me?
expecting
That
that.
fucking hey man, David saw them cheeks. It's
And them little
all
silk
Jake,
dresses they probably
hey,
had.
all Jake,
Ooh, boy.
all Jake is subject to unto that. We done all seen something we wasn't supposed to see.
The women is our glory, man.
Right.
Yeah. So we waiting to be glorified, which would mean, you feel me, that our woman is going to be in their right mind and going to be looking good, man.
That's right.
Right.
He's
Like
going
the
to give
brother
them back
Kazak
their
was
hair
saying,
and shit.
They often say, man, if you want to look at the state of a nation, look at the state of their women.
Nah, that's and that shit is
That's heavy.
Yeah, but
You know what I'm saying?
you know,
If you look at our women, Maria, Keisha, Pocahontas,
yeah,
you are all down bad.
that's right.
And you're
But
all cutting up.
so
and
are
that's
the men.
not even the ones who feel like they are great women and doing all of this and that. If you lonely and you by yourself and you raising your kids, you fucked up somewhere along the road.
That's right.
Regardless of what the situation was, you fucked up trying to be dominant and control situations. That's why your ass is lonely now.
That's right.
But
Close it out.
we'll close it out, brother. Go ahead and take us home, bro.
All right, Con, real quick, we're gonna do a quick Shema, man. You know what I'm saying? Shema,
Shammai,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Salak. We're gonna start over. Salak. Shema,
Shammai,
Yasha'Allah,
Yasharallah,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Allahayanawa,
Allahayanawa,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Achad.
Ahad.
Alright, which means in the Lashon HaKodash, hear, O Israel, for the Lord our God is one. Alright, we want to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shad, Yahweh Shem, Rakah, Kodash. Slack it, my tongue is wild. You know,
It
Been
happens.
graced up in it with this dumb speech, man.
yeah, come.
Double-edged sword.
You know, come. You know what I mean? So, double honor to the apostle as a great Muslim who grew well. Peace, salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. You know, special shalom to Israelite foreigners, liking them to the spectrum verb, to Jeremiah, man. All right? You know, shalom to you very, 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 very few sisters that listen in all silence and subjection. All right?
We will acknowledge you, man.
You know, all right? You know, the ones that are keeping their road, man.
Very few.
You know, so with that being said, we're going to say Kwame Yasharallah,
Kwam Yasharallah,
Bob Babor,
Bye, Kabal.
Shalom.
Shalom.